Good evening, my fellow hair fanatics, and welcome to another episode of Hairy Hour. Now, though this may sound strange and my voice may sound monotone, I will very much assure you that this will be a most exciting episode. Now, as I was saying, I am your host, here, me, Michael Barrio, and today we'll be talking about forensics and hair. To start, there are three types of hair stages: the anagen stage, the catagen stage, and the telogen stage. The anagen stage lasts from 2 to 6 years and is where cells divide to produce new hair fibers. The catagen stage is the next stage where the hair fibers are allowed to renew themselves. The telogen stage is the last stage. It lasts from 1 to 4 months and it's where hair follicles start to break free and start over. Next is the human cross-section and with the anatomical parts. Now keep in mind that there are many anatomical parts for human skin, but today we'll be only talking about very few, because only these are the ones that pertain to forensics. To start, the epidermis is a very important anatomical part that acts as the body's major barrier against inhospitable environments. Next, the sebaceous glands secrete oily or waxy substance called sebum to make the skin sort of waterproof. Next, the sweat glands, and as yes, you can guess it, the sweat glands are the ones that produce sweat, which are useful for cooling you down, lowering your temperature, and even making you more healthy or lose weight. Next, the capillary is a sort of hair barrier around the hair or the hair shaft. It is this gray thing going right around it. And last but not least, the strangest one is the papilla, which is, though its anatomical function may be incredibly important, it looks most certainly the strangest. The papilla is the anatomical part that brings nutrients and oxygen into the lower layers of dermal cells. So without that, we probably wouldn't have skin like we do now. But on the other hand, I would not like to have it look like a nipple, which is the strangest thing. Anyway, the difference between human and animal skin is that the human skin, the core is much larger than the animal skin, while the animal skin is thinner, and how you can see the outside much more easily. Also, the difference between human and animal skin is that the fur, which only animals have, is sort of around everywhere, while human skin, of course, has different hair in different places, different types of hair. And next we'll be talking about the hair among the ethnic groups. Now to start, there are 4 different types of hair textures. There's straight hair, there's wavy hair, there's curly, and there's spiral coiled. To start, the African American ethnic group has curly and spiral coiled. The Americans and Asians, depending on where you're from and how you're born, have straight or wavy hair, and the European almost always have wavy hair. Next, as I said before, we'll be talking about human body and their hair. Now to start, the first thing you must notice is that body hair has no fur. Therefore, our body always has different types of hair. That's why on dogs, since they have fur, or any type of animal that has fur, you can tell that it's different. They have the same type of hair on all places. But humans, it's much more different. On the armpit hair, the chest hair, and the beard, you can notice that all of them have thicker hair, much thicker, and they are much slower to grow, except for the beard, which grows about at the same rate as hair on your head, depending on what person. And now, last but not least, we'll be talking about the mysterious case of Leanne Tiernan. This case started off with Leanne Tiernan in 2000 walking down the street buying presents for Christmas. And obviously Santa didn't notice this would be coming, because then it wouldn't have happened. Anyway, in 2001, when she mysteriously disappeared in 2000, a man and his dog found the body of Leanne Tiernan buried under the woods. And they successfully used mitochondrial DNA, found DNA strands of hair found in her scarf. This led to the perpetrator of John Taylor, who was working near the woods and was found very often near the woods, which successfully concluded the case and arrested John Taylor. And thus, this is the episode of Harry Hour. Have a great evening.